Hey everyone and welcome back. This is Lucid. We are hopping into Garden of Good and Evil, a Let's Play of Dominions 4. It's a multiplayer game and we're hopping in at turn 41. We have a good turn in store for you. We had a fun battle versus Ryla last turn. We have another similarly exciting battle this turn. And we'll start with a message from Asphodel. Sorry, undead cousins, you have grown far too powerful for our liking. This isn't personal. Forests of Asphodel. So it looks like he attacked me, and we will watch that battle in a moment. We have a dire portent. A global has come up. Set Yig, the Lord of Ryla, has cast Stellar Focus, which is a 30 gem global that gives you 5 pearls a turn. So that actually means a lot. What this probably means is that they tried to dispel my global already and failed, which is what I would expect. It means, though, that instead of trying to dispel it like right now, he's going to save up a ton of gems, so he's going to invest this, and this will pay off after 6 turns. So he'll probably try to cast it in, I don't know, another year, and he'll take down Burden of Time. So that means I probably have a good while of Burden of Time up, and maybe in 6 turns or so I start saving again to put it down again after he dispels it. Okay, and other events. We have very little site searching. I site searched manually, didn't find anything. Ryla declared a new prophet. That's awesome. Chillwind was victim of an assassination attempt. Oh, looks like I won that. Let's watch that battle. So this is the standard assassination. He's going to make a Methril, right, with the Bottle of Living Water. This is a super cost-effective assassin. So these guys are blessed. They should be really hard to kill. But you see, he got kind of lucky there. He attacked the same guy twice, which isn't always going to happen. Now, if I got paralyzed here, which is unlikely because I've got really high magic resistance, then I'd be in trouble. So I got a little lucky. But I do have Blood Vengeance, so even while I'm damaged, it's very possible I could kill these dudes. So he doesn't have that high magic resistance, so Blood Vengeance should work pretty well on him. 13 is not terribly high. And then you can see he retreated here at the end. So I didn't get the bottle, unfortunately, but he did lose the bottle and the assassin. Uh-oh. Looks like he sniped my Magnus. Or my Magus. Magus. So let's look at this. So he magic dueled and ran. How awesome. That's unfortunate. It's kind of rude. But a good play. It's very likely he's going to attack here. We'll talk later about what's going to happen next turn. Scout. We take a dinky province back from Ryla. Ooh, look at this. Let's watch this battle. Huge battle versus Asphodel. If you remember last turn, he had a huge army, about 600, that looked like they were going to attack my fort. So instead of focusing down Bandar like I wanted to do, I instead redeployed. And this is a really big army. These elephants are very rare. You don't get many of them. And they're really good because they're trample, they're perfect morale, decent protection, huge hit points, and fear. And fear is normally really, really good. Versus undead, it's less important. Yeah, these guys are just awesome, right? The trample on a size 6 fearless dude is really, really good. And trample also isn't affected by Blood Vengeance, so it negates, you know, a lot of this. And look at him, he's just crushing my... Oh, they're not blessed yet. So that's a problem, actually. If I had these lictors blessed, they would have lasted a lot longer, but they weren't blessed. So that really all my lictors died. And that's really a scripting problem I had. Because this guy was in a previous battle where I had him set up to not cast Blessing first, somebody else was doing it, I forgot to re-script him. And that's really cost me all these lictors. These guys would have done a lot more damage had they been blessed, but instead they all basically just died. My knights, however, fortunately are not getting trampled. And they're pretty resistant to the attacks due to their high defense. And these guys don't have a great attack score, just 7. So, still no bless. So this could have gone a lot worse, especially because I didn't bless these guys. Like, if this elephant had been right here, like if he didn't get blocked off, that would have made a huge difference. Still not blessed. I think I'm going to bless him all this turn. And there goes the blessing, right? So that was actually a really big mistake. But fortunately, I still am going to win the battle. And really the knights are going to do all the heavy lifting. Just watch this. This one elephant is going to cause trouble in the So if you look, I did a lot of damage to the elephant, but not enough. Still got 81 HP. Right? He's got 61 HP. And look at him, he just kills these knights when I finally got him. And then they were out. So these guys are just going to dissolve. So that was a good battle. It could have gone a lot better if I hadn't scripted my guys poorly. I probably would have taken half the sacred casualties if I had scripted better. So, anyway, I can't complain. I shut him down totally. I think that was almost all of his troops. He's not very big. He's back here. He just has this amount of land. And I think only one forest. So he's not going to have... yeah, he's not going to have... I think he only has one forest, and you really need forests as Asphodel. So he's not going to have a very big force to come at me again for a good long while. He does have his priests, his carry-on centaurs who can reanimate a lot of troops, but yeah, they're still going to get pretty badly hurt. What else do we have in terms of events? That was that battle. I got crushed here, which is unfortunate. This tiny little army has been running around for quite a bit, and this one I would have thought I would win, because I had a little bit of PD, right, and then I had 4 or 5. I have 5 ghouls, and you would think that that would be enough for all the Mind Blast spam. Turns out it's not. Alright, my leader got killed. So, definitely, the lesson here is you need more ghouls. Am I following up on that lesson? No, I'm not. What the hell? Oh, yeah, I am. No, I'm not. Okay, yeah, this army's coming in with like 30 ghouls, so they should not get mind blasted down. I'm thinking he'll say, oh, I'll keep pressing my luck and attack here, and hopefully I finally kill this dinky little force. That was unfortunate, but not a huge loss. We have the Burden of Time, which is killing all of my recruited mages, which is unfortunate. This is a really bad event. So this is what can happen on your national storyline quest. I think there's about a 5% chance it happens, versus the much more likely 15% chance that I actually get the freaking mummy in the event ends. So that has not happened. I'm a little torn in terms of what I should do. What I'm kind of thinking now, and this is a change. Whoops. Oh man, I kind of messed up. Sorry, I just messed up all my orders. What I'm kind of thinking is this guy is going to make another archbishop, right? This dude is going to sit over here and camp. I don't want this guy, because he's my guy with the astral boost, to sit on top of here. He could get killed again. So he's going to sneak back down here. They're going to do a little need to remember. I'm going to go ahead and do it so I don't forget. I'm going to put my death gems on someone. And I was going to take a spectator here because the spectator, you have a separate chance to get an astral bump. But the spectator is also twice as likely to die, which I really... And he's also less likely to get the divine mummy. And at this point, I just want the divine mummy. So, anyway, that's the thought there. But yeah, so that was really bad. I lost the Dusk Elder to a random event. I got six nature gems, which is always cool. It's going to make it easier for me to do my underwater expansion when I get ready. What do I have here? Oh, so we had a fort that finished. That's nice. I have a priest moving here this turn, and he'll put a temple up next turn. I should have enough income. Okay, so that's about the things that have happened this turn. Let's talk about... Oh, we saw the assassination attempt. Okay, let's talk research real quick. So research, I'm alteration level 2. I haven't said yet why I'm going up the alteration tree. I will share with you. One is I can turn my Dusk Elders into thugs or SCs. They're really, really, really good. Especially once they get Iron Skin at alteration 3. Additionally, it will allow me... Oh, I could cast Breath of the Desert too, which it's only 5 gems. No, probably not worth it. That would allow me to potentially get some of my commanders, which have been spawning in my Throne Province, out. The main reason is this, Transmute Fire. There's 4 spells that alchemize gems into gold. This is the best of all of them. There's 2 levels, 2 levels for fire and 2 levels for earth. This is the higher level spell for fire. There's a higher level for earth too. The fire in general is better than the earth. So this is really good. It's about 22 or something gems per gold per gem that I put in. So if I put 50 gems in, that's about 1,000. A little over 1,000 gold, and I have 50 gems. So, and by the time I get this, I'll probably have 70 or 80 gems, which will give me enough to do 2 forts. So that's a very good use of fire gems, in my opinion. Especially since I can't really cast much else. Another good use of fire gems is this spell, Solar Eclipse, which my Dusk Elder are very well equipped to cast. There's 2 ways to cast it. One is I can carry 3 fire gems and do a Phoenix power, and then use the other 2 to upcast this. The second way to cast it is I get a Fire 2 luckily, and then he only needs 1 gem, and that could be supplied by a Fire in a Bottle. And the final way to cast it is I could get those 3 gems from a pretty cool item, which is this guy, which is part of the Lucid's temporary gem gen mod. This is an item that gives you extra temporary fire gems. So that's another way to do it. Not sure which way I'll choose, but it's a good spell because it will make the battle dark. It's not as good as Darkness. You get about half of the attack and defense reduction, but it's pretty damn good. So I'll be happy to put that up. The difficulty is I've got to be careful about who I use it against, since my Dusk Elders can be magic dueled, which sucks. There's really no other way to say it. So I really can... I think all the armies are astral armies. I'm gonna have a real hard time using Dusk Elders. That's the thing. So even all this stuff about even all the things with getting them buffs, they can still be magic dueled. So if they were immortal or something, it would be more interesting, but since they're not, yeah, it's not that awesome. So this normally would be a really good spell, but because almost all the nations I'm fighting are astral, except for Agartha and who's currently kind of an ally, and Asphodel. Everybody else has astral access. This isn't going to be as useful because my astral mages kind of suck. Or they're only S1, which means they get magic tooled. And the players I'm playing with are all good enough. Like in the noob game, you could still cast this because people don't know what Magic Duel is. But these are good players, so they'll definitely Magic Duel me, as you saw them do earlier. Okay, so that's why I'm going up this. There's other nice things like Arouse Hunger is a pretty good use of 5 Death Gems if I want to, especially like for cutting off enemy retreats. And nobody's going to be investing, or you can't even invest PD in really low population provinces, so that's kind of cool, is that unless they have an army there, you can Arouse Hunger and take it. And then the Ghoul Commanders are kind of nice too. Yeah, there's probably other things here, but those are the main reasons. The biggest one, of course, being Transmute Fire, because I have an awesome Fire Gem income. It is 11 a turn, right? So if you multiply by 20, that's basically like 230 gems a turn. I mean, gold a turn from this, which compared to my income, would be like doubling my income almost. Or income after upkeep, it would be doubling it. So really, really good. What else? So anyway, that was kind of explaining my research targets now. I've got a couple objectives this turn. One is I want to defend this province. There's a really big army that's about to attack it. About 180 Tiger Riders, which are sacred, white ones, and then the Bandar Warriors and Avadi Archers. And if you zoom in, you can usually tell kind of what the rough ratio is. And it looks like most of them are Tiger Riders, which are really good. Right, so there's probably like 80 Tiger Riders at least. 50 white ones. I feel like this number's a little overinflated. But it's probably like, I don't know, 60 Tiger Riders, 80 Tiger Riders, right, and 50 white ones, and then some small amount of garbage. They're probably going to attack me here, which is why I'm coming in with all these guys. So fortunately I have reinforcements. Right, these are my reinforcements. So these guys are really good. I got 30 knights and 18 lictors, and they're all going to be running in here to fight. And that's in combination with 15 knights and 5 lictors that I already have. So, yeah, basically this is going to be good. I'm almost certainly going to win this fight. When I win it, I may be able to go take his throne too. What I need to do, though, is get more troops up to take the throne. So I'm pulling troops from here to go to this fort, and then they'll probably be able to reinforce somewhere within a turn or two. The other thing I'll talk about is, so I'm building a temple here, right? I'm at 11 temples right now, so when I build a temple there, which will be next turn, I'll be up to 12, right? Which puts me 3 more temples away from getting a Dominion strength bump. If you look at where those 3 temples are going to come from, I can build a temple here, so that will be down to 2 more that I need. And then, really, I need 2 more forts, which will actually come from Transmute Fire, most likely. And that'll probably be here, maybe here? I don't know. I don't know if I want to build a fort here. Maybe here and here. Here's definitely going to be one, but here's another good one, too, because that would kind of connect all of this. Another good one might be like this fort, and that would connect these 3. But that's probably later. And there's also a laboratory here, which is nice. Another good place to put one would be here, because putting a fort and temple on top of this covenant would be great. Or convent. So that's one strategy, is move folks to defend here, and I think my scripting's okay. What I've done is 2 blocks of these knights, and inside each of the blocks is one of the archbishops who's going to lay down 1 unholy power before they run off from their hold and attack. The lictors are out front, and they're going to be soaking up a lot of the damage. Probably dying. And, yeah, I've got a decent amount of chaff to kind of also absorb some of the damage. What else? I really want to take these 2 provinces, and I totally could, but my fear leaving my dominion is that I'll get mind hunted. This guy's already equipped where he can handle kind of infinite assassinations. And I could survive mind hunts pretty well, but not great. So, in 2 turns, I will have Where's this guy going? Oh, he should totally take with him these knights. Okay, so he's going to go here. He's going to bring knights because they're going to meet up. There's going to be another lictor here that's coming in with my anti-magic amulet. I'm going to give him all those knights, and they're going to run up there. This dude, where is he moving? Oh, he's moving here too. So yeah, I'll probably combine forces, give a bunch of the lictors, or give a bunch to this lictor, and then he'll run the magic amulet up here. Should be able to do that in 1 turn. And then in 2 turns from now, this army will be big, and it will be ready to take these 2 provinces back. This is me being conservative. If I were really greedy, I would run in here, but I'm worried that without that amulet, I'll get mind hunted. When I have 26 magic resistance, and it'll be 24 when I go into enemy dominion, I'm gonna have a much better chance of surviving mind hunt and protecting all the gear I already have on him. So that's kind of the plan. Meanwhile, he's making lictors. Making lictors here too. So that's one thing, is kind of hold here. I was going to take one of these, but I decided not to. We're going to defend this province. I got a guy coming with a bunch of ghouls and a bunch more archers, so highly unlikely that that I'm going to lose this battle. I think it's very likely he attacks, because he knows I can't. I could deploy here from this side, but I'm not going to. I want to send these guys up this way. So in terms of forging, I'm making more amulets of anti-magic, as you can see with these guys here. I'm making a ring of warning with this guy here, and I think that's about it. In terms of research, I've got a lot of guys researching this turn. I've actually got all my alquils used, and I'm not using 1. Oh, 2 alquils. I really should probably forge more. What chips do I have left? I have a lot of astral. And I have... do I have air left? I think I've used all my air. Oh, no, there's some air gems. I've got 5 air gems. I don't really need that many more. I think I'm okay. I think I'm going to sit on these. Because really, I'll probably be... right now I'm limited by lich production in terms of... lictor production in terms of how... because now I need to send out these very different armies. Instead of a bunch of chaff, it's going to be much higher percentage good enemy unit, or good infantry. So... God, I would love to take these ocean provinces. I really can't, though. You know what I could do? Well, no, there's no really good way. I'll have to look up after this. I need to look up summonable aquatic units or amphibious units that I can put on an undead commander and go do some raiding over here. Like, take back these provinces. So that is about it. For diplomacy, I sent some messages out. So to Asphodel, who attacked me last turn after that kind message apologizing for attacking me, I sent this one. The living among you are foolish. Sending an apology before losing a battle is appropriate. Apology accepted. Burden of time is the best thing for both our nations. If you listened to your master, you would gobble up a weak nation or two, while the whole world was focused on me. Now you've wasted your armies and broken trust. You couldn't even kill a weak nation now, so you're useless even as an ally. Crawl back to your woods and let the living rot. Once the living have perished and you can think straight, I will hear you again. Golgoth, Lord of the Dead. Or Lord of Death. So, kind of role-playing. My pretender's not nice, so he's never going to send nice things. So, sorry if you get your feelings hurt. But basically I've said that A, what you did was really dumb because I countered you, and B, what you should do, and probably what I would do, is Asphodel, is trying to get big. Like, he's trying to take me on. He's trying to just, like, chip in and help everybody else out. And he should just eat Bandar. I mean, he could try to help me. He's not really a good counter, and he doesn't have any lands. Like, he needs this. He needs this. He needs to take all this area. Like, why would he fight me over this? He needs forests. There's no... Here's a forest right here. That might be worth getting. But there's no forests over here. Like, he's not going to win anything. He needs to get these provinces and just take this whole side of the board. He would be so much stronger. But instead, he's just kind of like... I don't know what he's thinking. But, yeah. This probably is capital, too, if I had to bet. I don't know. This capital is usually on a forest. So, probably here. Maybe it's... Yeah, it must be here. I don't know. Could be somewhere else. So, anyway, that was one of my messages. I sent a message to Agartha. The Lord of Death has heard that Asphodel has tried to turn you against us. Hear this, my child. Asphodel has coaxed his undead to turn against the true Lord of Death. But Golgoth... oops, I misspelled it. Golgoth put that army to rest. In one battle, his whole army was destroyed. 10 elephants, 10 bears, many more centaurs, 400 in total. His army was destroyed to a man. Take this instruction, my disciple. Enter the lands of Asphodel, which sit now empty of troops, except for his weak priests. Take his land and join me in the riches to come. Lord of Golgoth, Lord of Death. So, if you look at Agartha, he's got an army here, which is kind of crap. He's got an army here, which is smaller than before. And he's got 2 armies here. He was probably thinking, oh, like, this guy takes the fort and wins, and he comes in to help, or something like that. I don't know. He's probably thinking he was going to join the fight. Regardless, everybody's trying to recruit Agartha to attack me. So what I've done is say, go attack this dude. Because really, I don't have enough forces to attack everybody. I can defend myself against a few, but I really can only attack on one front. And right now the front I want to attack on is this front. Because I want these juicy provinces all for myself. So that was my message to Agartha. To Scaleria, I say, lost brothers. Ryla has grown even larger, swallowing many lands. He has turned the world against me, and meanwhile had eaten all the lands. Have you taken arms against his armies yet? And then, also beware, brothers, he can mind hunt 3 per turn, and has crafty little assassins. Nothing the dead can't handle, but stay prepared, brothers. So, that's one good way to kind of help strengthen a relationship, is give them information about your enemy. Because actually I do, if he is fighting him, I don't want it... On one hand, I would like them to kill each other, which I think is what every Dominions player wants, is everybody else to kill each other. But really, I would like Scaleria to win. Ryla's so annoying right now. I'm going to go ahead and talk about one other strategy I have, which is going to be forging this item. This is really key for underwater expansion versus a good underwater nation. So I need this because I need to bring lictors with me. I can't bring ghouls to soak up Mind Blast, so I need this to bring lictors. And this will allow me to take 25 lictors into battle. So that, in conjunction with a big army and maybe even a Rod of Death or something, so that I can carry even more troops. I'll send one of my big dudes underwater, and hopefully he'll just go wreck everybody, but we'll see. One problem about that, though, is I can't put all of these items on here, so I'll have to give up on either a Ring of Warning or an Amulet of Anti-Magic. I'm not sure which one. But that will be a tough choice. Ideally, if I had somebody with water and air, I could form mirror armor, or forge mirror armor, but I can't do it unless there's a merc. Which I don't think any mercs are like that, so... So that's all my messages. This is a pretty long turn as it is. But you can see it's pretty exciting. We've got a lot happening. Short-term objectives: beat this army, take Bandarlog's capital within 3 turns, and then take these 2 provinces back. Hopefully Asphodel doesn't keep fighting me, and hopefully Agartha attacks Asphodel. That would be perfect. And What else? Oh yeah, research. We want to get transmute fire, so I can convert all these fire gems I have into forts. And then yeah, the world will be good. Alright everyone, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.